Well, the guy asked me about how much, who am I, what this and that. Well, let me demonstrate you what actually values your website, what your website is, how your website can really, how can you possibly evaluate your website. My website, this is a website that you would enter letters Außer Times and you would get the number in billions. This is the website that you would enter Außer Times in Google search engine and you would get hundreds of pictures, hundreds of images from my new site you would get. Literally with the links from Außer Times, that's my website. My website, that's the website that continuously, as Angela Merkel promised me, would be deleted. It was not only the video view counters, they would block to chop me revenues, income. They block me the right to advertise through Google, through anything that would offer a way to make money other than a porn material, something that could be used. That's what they try to push down on me, that I would use the links with porn that could be used for me to destroy myself. This I'm not kidding. No way to make money on the internet. Even the video view counters on the YouTube, on Dailymotion, on any Western media channel, or Russian of course, they blocked, they retarded, they stopped, Vimeo, everything, anything that they had links, that it was linked to the Buckingham Palace, to the Moscow, even to Berlin or Paris. Anything like this was simply blocked, shut down. But it never got worse for me than when this young couple right here that you see approached me and promised me will completely annihilate me from the internet, from existence. This young couple, in fact, talking about the Prince Harry, he learned a very important steps from his uncle Andrew on how to go about and murder a person from behind. Basically, stalk individual on every step, on every corner, till he collapses completely dead, basically. This is the guy who would typically go use exactly the same means as his uncle Prince Andrew, stalk its victim at employers, at a world of employers, and would engage against one with the ultimate idea to kill hope on every step of the way till this victim would collapse. And this are the people that are, of course, discriminated in the United States of America. What other would you possibly assume about something like this? Not a billionaires, but a super billionaires that seek their freedom in the United States of America from being persecuted by their family in Britain. I mean, you could make this shit up, but I want to demonstrate you this stuff here. For the stuff I have stated to you, for what I have stated to you right now, I actually have proofs because I have video recorded the stuff. When I said to you, there were hundreds of images that it shows here that you see 4.9 billion. I actually have proofs that when you would enter this, you would get the number over billion. And here I am referring to the year, I don't know, 2015, 2017. For several years it was like this. But what they would do, as I stated, as Angela Merkel stated me, they will go, we talked to them, and we had these people delete the views of your website, of your page, for the people, for you to be completely invisible. This was actually Angela Merkel who did this stuff, who did this shit. This was in 2015, when she already told me that she already spoke to these people from Google and stuff like this to delete me from anywhere from the internet. So I would say to you like this: what you see here, this website, I was already worth no less than 250,000 on this website. Even this website, this thing here, if you would give me $250 million as far as the copyrights, or you would give me 2.5 billion, or you would give me 25 billion, I would not give you the copyright from this website. Just for me to clarify what this website means to me. This website, it's my life I have invested in. It's the website where I work night and day. And it's the magnitude of the news that I have published can prove this. It's not about the number of the news myself I have published, but it's the risk I have taken in respect to the news that I have published upon myself that makes me say what I have stated. Because this is the news that's a real news. The news that you're not going to read anywhere on the internet is the kind of news. However, in the world when you're completely censored, even that you are worth at least 250,000 when you compare to what you're about to see next, is a good news. It's exactly this young couple that you see here, this British persecuted young couple who came to America, where I became citizen in 2000, that explained me that this here is going to be what will be seen as that this website here, they have purchased one. They made an arrangement with the owners of this website. And it's exactly this thing here that you see here, which was published, I don't know, in 2015, 2016 maybe, this image here, where it says Xiofascism, survival of the whites, and our friends worldwide, will be taken as the last one. And the only thing I will ever see here will be a banknote for $100, because this persecuted British couple, these are freedom-oriented people, these are advocates for you, for your family, for a better world, for the multiracial community. This, thanks God, are the people that have decided to take control of me in their own hands for the sake of the world. So you see, they're on a conquest, they're running from their Nazi family, whatever, but they're persecuted. And are on a quest to save the world from evil. And these days they are actually discussing, next to a release of Prince Harry's memories, because Prince Harry worked on his memories that he would release already since 2010. But the only problem was this website here, because for you to release these memories, you would have to have somebody who engaged with him since, I don't know how old these boys were when I first met them, 4 years, or I have no idea how old they were. The two cubs from Princess Diana, about 4, age 4. Since just an individual that was even called the brother of Charles and Andrew by both of them, by Queen, by the circle people that could kind of interfere with those memoirs, those memories that Prince Harry would love to publish. And so just as soon as I would be gone, as soon as I would rotten in vain and in pain, those memoirs then would be released according to the taste of this young talent here that you see, that is the man that works for better, not for worse, of humanity. Man who now, these days, however, is discussing about return to London, because it appears that Hollywood, after all, is not all that Mecca that he and his Princess Meghan Markle anticipated will become. It appears that Hollywood itself, it's maybe a little bit too American for his taste. And so they came up with exactly in the same fashion like Prince Andrew, who would oftentimes meet with the street workers all over Europe, all over the world, and will learn about their difficulties and about their pimps at times, and would take the side of these ladies, which is actually really, really nice. But I don't appreciate my being compared to someone who would be after anyone. So this individual rated me as somebody who would go unhurt in his head with idea to destroy me. He rated me in a rank of the people that would abuse these sex workers he visited, because that's what this man claimed, that's what Charles claimed, that's what Princess Anne claimed me. He learned everything about how to do the setups behind the scenes. Set me up as somebody really evil, on quest to hurt him and his family, with idea to destroy me, with the same task as Princess Meghan Markle and Prince Harry had in mind. So he learned from this uncle to go after every existential need of the human being, and then the first one that comes to you if you want to destroy somebody is to visit his potential employer, therefore the politicians that govern certain country, and then break these issues down onto those basic needs the person would use to get by. Then that included the food purchase, low-budget cars, and even a hospital where the doors would be closed when in need of assistance, medical assistance. Instead, these people used psychiatric institution to support the animus within, Slovenia with idea to destroy me, Milan Kučan. They did this. I'm not going to say I would do it too. If I would promise somebody in year 96, I'm going to give him $50 billion, 50 billion euros, excuse me, in reward, if he can prove the case. That's what the British Royal did in 1996. I would do it too, if I would use one for global profiteering throughout Russia with the oil trade, through the Kazakhstan. I would do it too if I would use one all over the Eastern Europe, all over the world, to get myself unprecedented wealth. I would do it too if he would drugged up replace me, if he would be the one who would be used to eventually put the value of what really royals should be about, of what really someone should stand up for the people of their country, that they just couldn't do it because the alcohol smelled too damn good. I would do too if my last name was a Windsor and Battenberg, but it's not. I'm just a regular man, a regular little guy that just wanted to bring the regular little people together. People from Eastern Europe, from Ukraine, from Poland, together with the Germans, with the British, for the people to get along. Eventually, with the hope, I would get into the circle also Russians, and so we could all get along really well. And that's the only curse I have, because in between all these human relations, there are special interests that break into the bank accounts in Switzerland, where we would go frequently, where I would travel with these people from London. Now you're talking about disappearance of the Chechenian nation they cashed. That's how they got discounted and exclusive rights to oil, gas trade with Russia. Now you're even talking about the war, or I should say the number of tanks, technology, military technology that was transferred to the Russia for the sake of the war against Ukraine. And those are known as a special interest, and those actually did fill special bank accounts. So, yeah, I personally, I would do too if I was a Battenberg and if I was a Windsor. I would also go after the person and delete his presence, not only block his video view counters to discredit him, to take the revenue from ads, from possible ads, to destroy the person on every step. I would do too, but my name is not Battenberger, my name is not Sussex, my name is not Windsor, or whatever name they're going to change their names into. Because they do it the same fucking way as a corporation, as a company that appears on the market, sells for a while products at lower price range, and then it does something disgusting and finally disappears after disappointing customers, swindling customers severely. This is the way it is. Look, even the British pensioners are malnourished in Britain. And you're talking about the old people. You're talking about the people that need to be stress-free. You're talking about the people that need care, so that these people here could discuss discrimination against them at the reporters in media, which they purchase like you purchase bananas and apples inside of the market store inside of your supermarket. So they came up with an idea for me to remember this thing here, and I should be remembered by this thing here. That's what I should be remembered by. Not by what you see here, not by other stuff that I did in my life, because I did something in my life. I did something in my life. I did something so big in my life that I actually stalled these British monarchs to the degree they had to pay their life to my case. Either way that will be, by murdering me, by poisoning me, whichever way, make me disappear in a most negative lie. That much I did in my life. And when you do that much in your life, you don't count anymore but what I stated earlier. When you enter the name Außer Times and you would pop up, there would be like a numerous photos from this website that would appear that I tagged with the names and so on, but are deleted by the people that were involved in MK Ultra, by Google owners, executives from the internet. I have a special people that work on this case and delete me ongoingly from appearance on the internet, but should be valued upon based upon just how much this people has spent money and influence to get me murdered on every step of the way, beginning with employers. That's what this case should be and will be valued properly, to express myself. So it's sure enough, it's good for me. I did met people from Alexa. And I got a famous rank of 44 something million in this world. And I'm proud of it. I don't have a problem with it. Now, instead of what otherwise used to be, if you would enter this magic words in it, there's only one picture of mine that appears, and that's from the YouTube account. And that's all there is to it. Otherwise, I do not appear anywhere in the internet. Oh, there is another one right here. There's a 2. And that's all the hell there is to it. But guess what? Everything that you see with the Außer, including these pensioners, a few years ago did not exist. Now they exist all over Italy. They met me. All these people that you see here, they met me. These people here, this store owner, Außer Lures, Ganso, this guy, all these people, the students that posted this project here that you see, they met me. All these people met me. I don't exist anymore because these British royals deleted me. They deleted me from the internet. They wiped me off from the internet. But that's okay, because it's other people from all over the world that see, that know, they remember what they have seen. They met me anywhere on the globe. They instead project what you see here. A little stark reminder about my presence somehow anyway. These are all my witnesses. These people all participated on the internet. It's insane as it might sound. Oh, look at that. There's actually even something here. Well, but then I gotta see this stuff here. That really is my channel. And I'm saying that really is my channel because there's also people like this here, like this guy here. I just realized when I did this here, when I Googled this thing here, I just realized that it's people that eventually even mirror me. That's what I posted last night, this thing here. And this is not my website, this is somewhere from the Italy. And it's my article that appears right here. This is my article. But this article is being mirrored somewhere else. And so, yeah, my video views at Dailymotion, at a YouTube, at any Western channel or Russian channel, contrary to Japanese channels, project like 3, 4, 5 views. Yeah, that's how they do it to me. This is how you murder a person. That's how you go after every existential mean of this individual. That's how you go. You don't only go and close him the right to go inside of the hospital, use the medical health care services, and eventually abuse them, use them to hospitalize one once you rate one as mentally insane. That's why I think the British, Canadians, Australians will be way better off without the royals. If you're not going to remove these people, at least make sure that you restrain them, the right to their property as far as real estate taxation. Make sure that the money they have, because it's not even their money, that's a money stolen, in my case, at large, from me alone. This isn't about only elderly British pensioners that are paying for their real estate tax. Make sure that these people, if they can't pay, just like you're paying for the real estate tax, like you're paying for the real estate, for the property taxes, make sure they pay too for the property taxes, with that, say, exclusion to a few, several rather valued as per worth properties they should keep to themselves if that's what they want to remain. But know that every one of us, not only you, I'm not a British citizen, I'm a native Slovenian who became citizen in the US, therefore nationalized American citizen in 2000. It will be better off for all of us that these people would not have a status, any kind of special status that would protect them from legal persecutions, from being persecuted in a court of law, from having any kind of special rights when compared to other citizens. All citizens should be equal in front of the law, in front of the justice, and that include also royals, the so-called royals, that in my eyes at this point in time more look like a parasites, as I stated, that wait in shadow for me to rotten in vain and in pain, so they can publish their memoirs and go on about with their lives, even return from a Hollywood where this persecuted couple traveled to have a complete control over one, back to London. These are the most pathetic in the world people, I believe. Yeah, this is exactly the article I have published. Damn it, I did publish one last night. And so when the gentleman, you can see one right here, so when the gentleman asked me about who knows about me, what am I about, yeah, I guess that I'm going to go over, and I'm going to find you at least, when I was worth still $250,000, as I stated, I wouldn't give this for $25 billion copyrights of this website of mine. You are more than welcome. I did post the blog online for you to wherever you are. You're more than welcome. I authorize you to share this for free of charge, anywhere in the world. But because, boy, these people blocked me from receiving any kind of donations, because these people blocked video view counters to discredit me as much as possible, I don't allow anybody to earn money with it. But you are more than welcome to share this true. Anywhere in the world, you're more than welcome. I paid tremendous price with life. I lost 28 years of life because of this thing here. You're welcome to share this anywhere in the world you want for free of charge. I will eventually support you one day if I get this stuff through, and I will. But you cannot charge under any circumstances the money for it because of what I stated. Yeah, you do have stuff like this. You get deleted, yet still there is proofs. And I bet if I would go and Google some more of this stuff, it would be other people I would find that share me somehow in this internet madness controlled by the people with a lot of money. People who have so much money, they are buying basically a complete overview. They are buying a complete overview about the value of the person. So if you work on the internet, basically, you're worth this much. That's what your life is worth, a $100 banknote, according to the British Royals. Just giving you a taste why I don't like these parasites. I don't like them because there's nothing to like about these people. They're no good. They're no good. And I should be remembered by something like this. Just as these people here. Just as these people here should be remembered by this here. Remember this here? A Mayflower? Remember the story about the Mayflower? When these poor persecuted Europeans came on American continent in search for religious freedoms, the pilgrims ran from Europe where they persecuted them. That's exactly right. That's how I should be remembered too. I too should be remembered as a poor, impoverished pilgrim who ran to America not as a billionaire, but as someone who doesn't pay a property tax, as a someone who fill his bank accounts in Switzerland with golden bullions at expense of nations. That's basically how I should be too remembered. So that's all I wanted to say about these wonderful people that treat a young couple that is promising to this world so much that they just really can't afford some people to even exist. Because, and this, you know why? Because of so much they did, so much good these people did for me. These people did so much good for me. They did so much good for me. This company, Alexa, that was involved, terminated its services, appears. And this one here, thanks God, it offers me $60 now for the website. So, if I place the numbers on the past, if I'm going to look over and demonstrate you, I think, you know, that's exactly what I am actually worth. I was worth in my life enough for these people, at least if nothing more, to waste a lot of money, tremendous amount of money, to get me destroyed on every step of the way, to keep truth about me as a human being silent for no less than 28 years. Word based on something that parallel to time, parallel to the beatings, abuse I received, they could understand me less and less each day, each time we would meet over the course of the years. Something I was accused, talking about the Nazism that surfaced, in my case, if this is a Nazism, after exactly 20 years of torture, not even 18, MK Ultra torture, and even psychiatric hospitalization. Something that the famous family from London anticipated would even give me the truth by having me tires replaced on my car through this individual here that you see here. Upon my return to Slovenia, so that I would obtain the proofs about the MK Ultra. Tires replaced on my car, brand new tires worth 400 euros, super tires actually, with the tires that had absolutely no profile whatsoever, and with the road painted with oil, with the grease, just as is the case on a parquet where the people are dancing inside of the ballrooms. Thanks for watching this video, but till next time. No, this is not my... I just got this. I got through this website here. And I really thank for your attention, for your support, people. That's sweet of you. Somehow by going through this here for the past 24 hours. And so when I did this here, it actually surfaced the result I have demonstrated you. And that's that, basically. I was just randomly going through and I was thinking about his words from just a few days ago. Who knows about me? Everybody fucking knows it. Sometimes you're worth far more than when you appear eventually like this, as if nobody knows you, as if nobody have ever seen you. Then if you get the price here that you're worth, I don't know, 100 million or a billion or 100 billion or even 100 billion. You understand? Sometimes you're just worth by what you can produce with this here. This, for me to end this video properly, I am going to take a date and time. This here, when you're worth enough when you're worth enough for a company like Alexa to even disappear from the marketplace. Look at this. This continued on May 22nd, 2022. When you're worth that much that the company like this disappears, when you're worth for the Netflix CEOs to run because they video recorded on the site the stuff they shouldn't and sell through exclusive criminal to the American Constitution, to the U.S. Constitution, to the Bill of Rights, waste their material throughout the internet about me, they did, then you're fucking worth something. Let me tell you, then you are as real person as anybody ever was. When the people like this that you see right there, that you saw there, standing on a balcony in London, fear you to a degree like this, then the hell you did exist. Even if they want to say you did not, hell you did exist. Everybody knows you then. That's me.